Hi everybody, my name is Mr. White and I'm going to be your teacher for AP European History this year, and I wanted to make a brief video to help you get ready on the first day of school. So this is going to be a really great course together, but there are a few pieces of technology that we need to become comfortable with before we can do hybrid or virtual schooling. So the very first thing that we'll walk through are kind of Schoology, Pear Deck, and Zoom. We'll also get you into AP Classroom, and we're also going to get you into the online textbook. On your first day of school, we can go into all that syllabus stuff like grading structure, how do I deal with late work. We can also talk about your summer work on the first day of school too, when I see you. So if you're in virtual, that's Tuesday. If you're hybrid B, I'll also see you on Tuesday in person, and if you're hybrid A, I'll see you in person on Wednesday. If you haven't already gotten your textbook, make sure to get on that. You're definitely going to need your textbook in this course. And again, I'll go through classroom policies and all that syllabus stuff in school. So please hold those questions. I really want to focus today mostly on the technology. So the very first thing is Schoology. Hopefully, the only reason you're looking at this video right now is because you saw the link posted in Schoology. But if you don't know how to log into Schoology, you're going to need your school email and your password, and usually your password is some variation of your first digit of your first name, your first digit of your last name, your student ID, and your graduating year. So if you have any issues with your Schoology login, you're going to want to talk to administration in the tech office right away, because you're going to be using Schoology a lot this year. We'll be using Schoology for all of our assignments that are graded. If you want access to the online textbook, which I think you might, especially this year, you're going to want to go to pearsonmylabandmastering.com, and you're going to want to register a new student account if you don't have one already. If you do have a student account because you've already taken an AP course that had a Pearson book, you can use that account. We have the course ID this year of White, because that's my name, White 93177. Once you kind of enter in your course ID, you're going to have to agree to the terms of use and create your account, and it'll ask you for a product key. And actually, we'll encourage you to buy a product key, but I'm going to give you one, so please do not spend money on a product key. Please only use this product key if you are in third or fourth hour. These product keys only work for 50 students. So if you put in the key more than once, too, you'll actually use multiple keys. So please listen up to this next part. When you put in your product key and then you hit, sign up, or you hit like the submit button, it's going to load for a while. Please do not reload the page because you think it's broken and because you think you need to put in the product key again. It just takes a while. The program is honestly not that great at creating a new profile for students. It takes a really long time. It takes like sometimes 10 minutes to finish loading. And if you type in the same product key again, you'll actually use two product keys, which is really problematic, and will actually make it so other students can't get access. So please be patient once you put in the product key and it starts loading. If for some reason, if you're in third or fourth hour and this product key is taken, right, it tells you that this product key is filled up and doesn't work, contact me. I have an extra product key for you students who are struggling to get in. Fifth and sixth hour, same process. But here's your product key. You'll notice that it looks really similar to the last product key with just a small change. Great. Finally, you're going to need your AP Classroom login codes to pretty much be all set. If you're in third period, please put, when you go to AP Classroom, it'll ask you to join a class. And in fact, you may already be registered, but if you're not, go ahead and join the class if you're in third period with the code PXA39K. If you're in period 4, you're going to do 7VR MQA. If you're in period 5, you're going to do QY6YQG. And if you're in period 6, it's MZPVJQ. We're going to use AP Classroom for progress checks. We're going to use it for a few other things this year. You're definitely going to want to have this resource on your side. Finally, we're going to be using two core pieces of technology to deliver instruction to you this year: Pear Deck and Zoom. If you're a hybrid student, we're really only going to use Zoom on Wednesdays. Everyone, though, is going to be using Pear Deck, even if you don't like it, every single day. It is an extremely useful way for me to measure your attendance and your participation for this really, really difficult course. Pear Deck is pretty simple. I'm going to post Pear Deck codes or links every day in Schoology for virtual students and for hybrid students. If you're a hybrid student in person, you're just going to make sure you have your Chromebook every day and you're going to log them when we're in the room. If you're a virtual student, you're going to see those Pear Deck code links in Schoology every day. And if you're a hybrid student who's not at school that day, you can do a self-paced Pear Deck, which will be posted on Schoology, so you can do it whenever you want during the day. Pear Deck codes are pretty simple. You can either put in the code directly. It's a 5-digit alphabetical code. Like this is not a real Pear Deck, but a sample one, right? And this code is QFVNU. You could put in that kind of 5-letter code through joinpd.com, but I'm also going to make sure to post actual links that just kind of bypass that and get you logged right in. If you don't know what Pear Deck is, you will. It's useful. Finally, Zoom. Virtual students and hybrid students on Wednesdays will be using Zoom. Make sure you log into Zoom at the beginning of every class period so you can see my beautiful face. If you are wondering how to manage all of this, I recommend that you have a Chrome browser up with Pear Deck on one half of your screen and Zoom on the second half of your screen. In that Chrome browser, I recommend a few tabs. Obviously, the main tab is Pear Deck. A secondary tab I would keep open is our Schoology course in case I want you to reference some documents. And then a third tab might be a blank Google Doc you could take some notes on, so that way you could kind of keep track of what's going on. If we're in the midst of kind of like a riveting lecture, it might even be useful for you to then shift your notes over to the Zoom side of the screen so you can stop looking at my beautiful face for a second and have the Pear Deck open on one side and your notes open on the other side. If you don't know how to screen split on your computer, you need to learn, all right? Because it is going to be key this year, because you're definitely going to want multiple things up at a time, right? You're going to want your notes up and the presentation up, or my face up and the presentation up. So on a Chromebook, if you hit the Alt key and then the bracket keys, you can snap windows to each side of your screen. We have indeed tested running both Zoom and Pear Deck simultaneously on a Chromebook, and it works just fine. They can handle it. If you have a Windows, please use the Windows key and the arrow keys to snap things. And if you have an Apple, I highly recommend getting a real computer. I'm just kidding. No, if you have an Apple, I don't actually know what the shortcut is, but I'm sure there is one because I've done it before. I think you just even can just click and drag and it'll just snap. Please be mindful of your audio and video on Zoom. Zoom etiquette is like becoming pretty normal at this point. I'll even have you all pre-muted when you log into Zoom, and I'll probably have a waiting room set up or something. But just be mindful of when your audio is on and when your audio is off. You are not going to be required to have a webcam in my class, but you're always encouraged to. I think that's everything. If you have any questions, shoot me an email at christopher.white@novik12.org. Almost forgot my own email. Shoot me any questions you have, and I'll make sure to answer them right away. And I am really excited to see and meet you all on the first week of school. Have a good one, guys.